Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Timberwolves, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Memphis, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And I think for Minnesota, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Of course, for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Culver in at the small forward. Now, here's Culver. Pass to Wiggins. No good on that one. Nice D from Brooks. Morant with it. Passes it to Brooks. To the inside. Here's the floater. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Now Morant, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns.
With the handle and the acceleration, Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now the pass to Culver. Here's Towns. Another shot. No good at the rim.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Pass to Brooks. Now here's Valanciunas, covered by Wiggins. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And so just over a minute and a half played. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant.
No, that's Teague using his athleticism well on the defensive end, making life very difficult right now.
A shot by Culver, nobody around. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Fast break, Minnesota. Brooks against Wiggins. And the bank shot is good.
Well, there's that in-between game, right? Wiggins silky smooth from the start.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Anderson can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Culver. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. He dishes it to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Valanciunas. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, not to be denied, right? Jonas Valanciunas takes a hit and still finishes through contact.
Timberwolves trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Teague, here we go. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Morant.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And Towns no good on that one. And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially Doris on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
And that one's good. Morant.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Anderson, and the rejection by Towns. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Teague.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now here's Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Wiggins, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, being assertive. Wiggins right now calling his own number off the pick and roll action.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Morant. He's coming off a 25-point game against Utah.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Anderson can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside.
Well, you see the insane vertical, the long arms. Morant impacts every aspect of the game.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Teague.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Now here's Morant. Teague covering. The 10-footer. Here's Valanciunas, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Towns.
Well, it still works. Might be one of the oldest tricks in the book, but that up fake earns Valanciunas a trip to the line.
And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
First one falls for him. Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, Ja Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, 2 of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Now here's Napier. Defense right on him. To the middle. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Now here's Culver. He's covered by Anderson. Right side, Covington. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Brooks, here we go. Wiggins with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And it's Napier missing. Memphis leading. Brooks, left side. Out to the wing. Here's Morant. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jake Layman comes in for Culver. Memphis also making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Jackson. Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Jones subbed in for Brooks. And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Morant passes to Valanciunas, and that one goes long. Minnesota shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Wiggins finds Napier. Back to Wiggins. 13 feet away. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves.
And checking out some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 17 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
That free throw, good from Jang. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their careers.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Now here's Crowder. We saw him with 10 points last game. And Covington sends it back. Layman kicks to Napier. Back to Layman. Baseline J on the way. Here's Wiggins, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Wiggins, young in his career, but he's already giving lots of defenders headaches night after night.
Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Now here's Crowder. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, here's Covington. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Grizzlies 4th.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
2 shots. Last on the
first. He's off on the first.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
Jackson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. He hits the second from the line. The Grizzlies trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Napier. It's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Wiggins. He had 25 points in the win against San Antonio. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4-point game. Feeds it to Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, this guy is developing more and more of an interior game, and I like watching Josh Jackson convert this close to the cup.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Six to shoot. Pass to Jang. Over Jones. And Jang gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Well, the definition of a high percentage shooter. Terrific touch by Gorgui Dieng.
Clark, the pass to Allen. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw, good from Jang. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Utah.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me, Greg, was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
4 on the clock. Clark, and the layup's good off the glass.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
.41 seconds left in the first. Napier dishes to Wiggins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Josh Jackson.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Minnesota, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Bell is checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
Jones, the pass to Jackson. Jackson up top. Over Jang. Jackson misses.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Napier. It's good from long range. Napier's got 5.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
Yep, one step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Minnesota, Wiggins and Covington fill the wings. Bell is out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Napier in at the point guard position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Minnesota making a switch here. Teague's checked in.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Timberwolves leading by 8.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
That one goes. Count it.
I'll tell you, nothing like having excellent interior position and the athleticism to finish. Jordan Bell, step to the mic, sir.
It's Allen on the wing. Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's Jackson with the three. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Jones drives in, and he banks in the layup.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And here is Teague. 8 points his last outing. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. He kicks it to Bell. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Jang. And Culver's subbed in for Robert Covington. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. Brooks comes in for Allen. And it's Morant in for Jones. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Anderson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Bell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Culver. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over him.
Outside Jackson. To the wing right side. Here's Morant. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
No good on the free throw. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And so Napier will bring it up for Minnesota. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And Towns gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Morant passes to Brooks. Outside Crowder. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the 3-point line. Played him perfectly.
Outside Teague. Now here's Towns. He's guarded closely. Knocked loose. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Towns. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Now Napier. 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Napier. Brooks covering. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Valanciunas. They recover it, and they're able to recover.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Down low. Here's Crowder. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Crowder's got his first basket.
To me, you've got to run this guy off his shots. Jay Crowder is a good catch-and-shoot jump shooter.
Ball's knocked loose. The kick out to Towns. From downtown. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Morant, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Teague deciding where to go with it, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
What an amazing drive to the cup. Teague seizing the lane to the basket. Boy, defense has simply got to be better than that.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Teague can't hit.
And even though it didn't go down, he did some nice work to get that inside.
Here's Brooks. Kicks it to Crowder. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Jeff Teague. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Wiggins finds Towns. Back to Wiggins. And there's the pass to Layman. Shot clock at 5. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
Well, when you see a Karl Anthony Towns who's engaged on the offensive end, he believes he can score from any spot on the floor.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounds. 5th, Karl Anthony Towns.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. Anderson can't get it to go.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Culver dishes to Towns. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Memphis. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Jay Crowder ends every post with the hashtag, "It all started in the driveway." Doris, he knows just how far he's come.
No doubt. Jay Crowder said back then he was always the youngest guy on the court with no fouls called. That is how you develop into a competitor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Crowder. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy 2-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Josh Jackson's checked in for Memphis. Tyus Jones comes in for Brooks.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former 2nd-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
Here's Wiggins. Nice D from Valanciunas.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Over with it. 5 points in the game. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Crowder. Back to Jones. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Morant missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Towns. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Culver. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. 9 feet out. Second chance shot. Jang. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas, and he makes the first.
Now, this is a guy who was 63% from the free throw line his first year. Zhang now has transformed himself into a very good free throw shooter.
Robert Covington's checked in for Minnesota. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
The first one falls.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
He hits both from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Culver kicks to Wiggins. 1:33 left in the first half of the game.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that game against the Suns, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
Culver in the corner. A 3 ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Culver's got 6 in the quarter.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Covington. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
The first free throw is good.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Napier's checked in, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Clark, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Good on both. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. Napier with it, working on Jones. Offensive rebound. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Napier. 9 points last game. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Memphis.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And so here's Memphis, trailing here by 8. So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Over Teague. And it's Morant missing.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 8. And here's Morant. Got a hand on it. They push it up, 4 on 3. It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. By himself. And finished off by Morant.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Outside Teague. A floater. 2 points. That one goes. Teague's got 6 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
First free throw is good. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, He seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Both free throws good from Jackson. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pass to Vonleh. The dish now to T. Clock at 6. With a floater. A second chance effort. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Morant. Banked in off the glass. 16 points for him.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Wiggins kicks to T. Back to Wiggins. Outside, Towns. Dishes it to Culver. Misses the 3.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Vonleh. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Now here's Morant. Teague covering. Now Valanciunas. 8 points for him. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Vonleh. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Towns at the elbow. He dishes it to Wiggins. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And Towns gets it to go. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Valanciunas finds Anderson, looking to get it going. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Bell.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Outside, Towns. 6 on the shot clock. On the line. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. A 3-pointer. Wiggins rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Morant passes to Brooks. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brooks has got 5.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Teague with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Bell. And that one is stuffed right through.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Morant with it. He's got 16. Brooks outside. Passes to Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Jackson. Now here's Teague. He has 6. And the rejection by Jackson. Towns dishes to Teague. The shot misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Morant. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Culver. Off target from three-point range. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jordan Bell. Robert Covington comes in for Wiggins, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for T.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
And here's Napier. He has 7. Here's Towns. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
The feed to Jackson. Shoots over Towns. And it's Jackson with a sensational play. Jackson's got 12 in the game.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Now Napier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And it's off from three-point range. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Clark kicks to Morant. Outside, Jones. And the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgie Zhang does on the defensive end.
Layman, he's checked in for Minnesota. To the left side wing. Clock at 4. It's deflected. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Culver. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Here's Layman. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's Crowder on the wing. Zhang defending. Left side Crowder. Over Napier. He shoots again. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Timberwolves leading by 7. Napier with it. He's got 7. Oh, that's blocked. But they get it back. Here's Culver.
And after that good first half, things not going his way here in the second.
Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Crowder against Covington. Crowder the pass to Jones. Beyond the arc. And the three ball is good. Jones has got 5 now.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Josh Jackson's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And the Timberwolves with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Yep, that one goes.
And focus there from Morant. He just takes them all on and stays locked in on the basket.
1:56 left to play here in the 3rd.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
5 to shoot. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA. And on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Jared Culver, 4th.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
From deep three-point range.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Clark, the pass to Crowder. On the wing, Jackson fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Culver's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
56 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Now, here's Culver. He's got 14. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. To the paint. Here's Morant. Up and in on the layup. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Culver. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 16 points for Jared Culver.
And Culver's been aggressive as well, and his shot is going down with consistency.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Covington picks one up. That's good from Morant. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Napier. And that one released in time, but no good.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So it's the Timberwolves now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Culver and Covington at the 2 and the 3. Gorgie Dang is out there with Von. And it's Napier in at the points. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. That's tipped. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Minnesota with it. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Napier. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Crowder. It's deflected. Covington wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Covington's gone 1 of 4 so far. Morant passes to Clark. Down low. Crowder. And it's blocked. They get it back. Goes back up. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. No good off the front iron. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Culver, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And how about the attitude Culver's playing with right now, doing his best to make things happen on that drive.
Wiggins is checked in for Robert Covington. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant passes to Crowder. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jang's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Napier dishes to Culver. Now Napier. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Teague's checked in. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot missing. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Crowder goes in. Good.
Well, I'll tell you, he is showing strides in improving the passing aspect of his game. Josh Jackson, pretty look there.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Here's Wiggins. And the pass to Teague. No good with the triple.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Valanciunas with the ball. Vonleh on him. Valanciunas, good. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 17 rebounds. Teague, the pass to Culver. Back to Teague. There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. There's Jackson with the 3. Vonleh with the rebound.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Now, here's Culver. Brooks covering. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Morant.
And what makes Culver difficult to defend, it starts with the footwork and then the change of pace, and you give him that ability to just rise up and shoot over you.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang, so he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Well, Noah Vonleh was given a lot of minutes to work with last season, and he showed solid improvement.
Well, Vonleh was productive both as a scorer and a rebounder. He made great use of the opportunity presented to him. You think about it, he came into the league at such a young age. You forget he's still years away from what we should consider his prime.
Outside Crowder. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Towns. Good on the shot. That's 12 points for Valanciunas. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Teague with the ball. Doesn't go for him. And it's Memphis the other way. To the inside, Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 7th assist in the game.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Here's Towns. The teardrop falls in. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
As if he's not tough enough to guard already. Towns with the floater.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Towns. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Morant passes to Brooks. Pass to Crowder. Back to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. Clock is at 3. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson comes in for Josh Jackson. And it's Anderson in for Crowder. Here's Vonleh. Drains the three-pointer.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up and misses it off the right side of the rim. Now here's Wiggins. And it's Culver, top of the key. Passes it to Towns. The jump hook, he gets it in there. Towns has got 10 points in just the second half.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
That That one misses.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
To the middle, and stolen by Wiggins. Culver with it. Valanciunas is there. Culver's shot is off.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the
Shot's
effort.
good.
You see the range. This guy prides
Shot's
himself
good.
in his
Hit.
ability to
Shooting
shut
one.
you down.
And that one falls for Brooks. Timberwolves leading by 8. And here is Teague. Tipped away. Shoots over Morant. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Rebound, Minnesota. Fast break, Minnesota. Teague's got the ball. A nice shot by Culver.
Well, Jeff Teague's such a good distributor. Always keeps his eyes up, surveys the floor, and gets it where it needs to go.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Misses off the left iron.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The Grizzlies trail by 10 to the left wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Kicks to Culver. The pass to Towns. Wiggins outside. 13 feet away. And the jumper is good. Wiggins has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. That's another rebound.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Over in the corner. Puts up a 3. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Morant passes to Jackson. Shoots over Towns. Again, the miss by Jackson. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by 11. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, elite quickness, the power finish. That is beautiful.
Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Grizzlies trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Valanciunas. Towns with the defensive effort. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 17-5 run here. Inside. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Morant kicks to Anderson. Left side Jackson, and stolen by Vonleh. Culver passes to Teague. It's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 19. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl-Anthony Towns.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Here's Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Towns. And they get it back. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. And it's Morant missing. Minnesota leading by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl-Anthony Towns.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Buries it from three-point range.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Vonleh at the elbow. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson. Free throw good. Vonleh. He makes 1 of 2 that time. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Count the basket.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, you know. I think the whole team played great. You know, we shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions. You know, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.